Live with Kelly and Michael. Today for the series Shameless, William H. Macy. And star of the new series Backstrom, Rainn Wilson. Plus, we're kicking off our Oscar Countdown Audience Challenge. This week, movie knowledge could put cash in the pocket of someone in our audience. All next on Live. And Michael Strahan.
It is Monday, February 16, 2015. It is President's Day, everybody. Yes.
Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day to you. Kids are home from school today, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids like, yeah, they are. I love it.
Your parents are going to show you, they're going to take you to the morning show.
Yes. Seems like he has a lot of energy in the morning. I'm not worried about that kid. He needs to come in and take my job. But how are you? Doing okay?
Good, yeah. Really good. How about you?
I'm just dandy.
Yeah? Have you recovered? Are you done basking in the afterglow of your victory against Shaquille O'Neal with your karaoke smack? I saw the trophy back there.
Well, I don't gloat. I don't gloat.
Well,
I don't
yes,
brag. I don't do any of those things. I'm just happy that it was fair, and I'm just happy I won. I'm happy Shaq walked away with his tail between his legs. I mean, I don't know what to say.
But we should talk about it. We have to talk about the fix was in. I mean, that was a dirty trick to throw Snoop out here. Not since The Rock brought out Santa Claus have I seen a trick that dirty.
You wanted The Rock bring out Santa Claus.
Remember when The Rock brought out Santa Claus and I was like, oh, we're not going to beat Santa. Not on Christmas Eve.
The Rock got us with that one.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, he brings out Santa Claus. Tough to beat.
Everybody like, we want a good president, let's vote for The Rock and Santa Claus. But no, you know what? Because the first time, that's our second time doing it, the first time that Shaq was coming here to do it, I heard that he wanted, from our top row, he wanted a choir to walk down.
That would
like he was doing some Beyonce Grammy performance.
Yeah.
So I made sure I was prepared because he does not do anything on a small scale.
Right.
Obviously he can't because he's big. But he does nothing on a small scale. And he said to me before the confetti even finished falling, next time we're going to do it number 3 and I'll be ready. Like that, did that sound like Shaq? I'm scared
Shaq
now.
After he's had dental work and has been sedated.
But now I know next time he comes, he may walk out here with Beyonce or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that would be exciting.
Yeah. So no, I'm not basking in it.
I was surprised when I saw Shaq walk out with my blonde afro. I was like, Shaq, have you been rummaging through my dressing room again?
But that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
He's a good sport.
Took me through the whole weekend. Let me just say that.
Yeah, me too.
Now listen, everybody. I'm a firm believer in this. There's an article about it in the newspaper that I think maybe we can all relate to, that it is never too late to learn anything, as a matter of fact. You know, like, I learned how to ski when I was 38 years old, which I initially thought was too old to learn how to ski, and now I'm actually a good skier. I ski really well, and so I have to tell you that if you have the desire to do something, and if you really concentrate on it and devote yourself to it, you can learn a foreign language, you can learn to code, you can learn golf, you can learn to ski. There's all sorts of things you can learn.
But it's funny, when we started this whole story, though, Art just looked at me and went,
Yeah, Art's like, although you can't. If you're unwilling, Art.
But they say as you get older, like learning another language helps like ward off like some of the dementia, Alzheimer's, some of those things. So I'm going to start.
Yeah.
But I bought that
Rosetta Stone? I know.
And it didn't work.
Well, first of all, you
work.
have to take it out of the box.
That's what I never took it out the box.
He keeps looking at the box.
And I had a friend of mine who said, oh, I want to get Rosetta Stone. I'm like, oh, don't get that. It doesn't work. And then I was like, oh, I never took mine out the box. That's why it never worked.
I just found it does work. I mean, I think it does teach you helpful phrases, but the phrases that I seem to have learned are never helpful to me when Such as all I can say is like the girl drinks when I'm in Paris, like le femme boit. That's it. And everybody's like, okay, but we're at the airport. So what do you got? You got to hail a cab, and I'm like, the girl drinks, the girl drinks.
And wave your hand.
The girl drinks.
But that is the thing, though. In so many languages you learn, you don't necessarily learn some phrases that you're going to use. But I saw this. I thought it was very, very, very interesting.
Okay.
Because say that old age catches up to you.
Okay.
And you pass away.
Yes.
Which is, happen to all of us. Which is
bound to happen to all of us.
Yeah, bound to happen to all of us. But, a lot of people are big on Facebook, right? So, big on, y'all use Facebook, right? So, say you pass away and you're long gone. Just to let you know, in your will, you could designate a friend or family member to be your Facebook estate executor and manage your account when you're dead.
No. Nope. Nope. It's a bad idea.
But you know what? It's a legacy contact. And they get the post to make one last post on your behalf when you die. And they can respond to new friend requests, update the cover photo and profile, and archive your Facebook posts and photos. I would do something real creepy. Like, I would take a picture and give to them. Like, so you think I'm still alive and I fake my death?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would say, like, I wrote this letter, and make it seem like I'm right there, like still there.
Right.
I would freak people out.
I would say something like, remember, I'm watching you.
That would be scary.
Right.
That would creep me out.
Yeah.
Just the thought of it. And I did the other day, which Teresa Caputo.
The Long Island Medium.
Yes. Came here and did a reading.
On you?
Me and some of my friends.
Who came back to you? Anybody?
My cousin. And you kind of go in there and you don't know what's going on. You're just kind of sitting there taking it in. And I must say, I was like, whoa, why didn't he just reach out through Facebook? I mean, he could have done that. But it was really...
And do you believe in that? Because there are people that don't believe in it at all.
I'll tell you this. I'm just like everybody else. I went in a little skeptical because I've seen her here, and she's done some things, and it's really amazing. But when you sit in a room with strangers, she has no idea who they are. And she was saying things about friends that I didn't know about, that they haven't told anybody. And other friends I know one of them's only told me certain things, and she knew about it. And these are like tragic things with family, and it kind of makes you go, wow. Wow, either that or this woman's been living in my house, tapping my phones.
Right.
Yeah, something's weird. Something's going on. But she's going to be here in March, too.
Good.
So we get another case to see it up close in person.
Good, and good.
Do you have trouble sleeping?
Not anymore.
Really?
I switched sides.
Switch sides of the bed, and it's been working ever since.
We have never slept better in our lives since we switched. We for 18 years slept on the opposite sides of the bed, and then we moved. And when we moved, the bed was in a different position, and we switched sides. And it was a renegade thing. A lot of people thought our marriage would fall apart. They were like, do not switch sides. It's been working for you. And I said, no, we are switching sides. And guess what? We were meant to sleep on the other side because we have never slept better since we switched sides.
So
and we even face each other now. We used to face away. Now we face each other. It's crazy.
So it brought the love back, like it brought the
No, I wouldn't say that. Let's not go crazy. I'm just saying we face each other.
Because there are all these sleeping positions, like back to back, and then there's like front to front, and then there's the intermingled leg. There's always the touching. There are all these little cues.
Well, he's hot. He's always hot. So
I know you think so. That's why you married him.
But at a certain point, I'm like, I'm dying under here. I have to get out from underneath your big hairy arm.
That didn't sound sexy.
No, it's just like, oh. You know what I mean? Like he'll sleep literally with parts of his body on top of me, like a leg, and yeah, I know. But after a while, you're like, I'm dying, I'm choking to death.
Yeah.
Let me out from your grasp.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of people who don't sleep well, there's some sleeping techniques, some breathing techniques to help you.
Okay.
But since you moved to switch sides of the bed, you don't need it. But
try that first. Switch sides with your spouse. That may be all you need.
yes. But there's this technique called the 4-7-8 technique.
Okay.
All right. So if you can't sleep, to relieve your anxious mind, sit up in the bed with your back straight. Press the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, right behind your front teeth. Mm-hmm. Maintain that position. Close your mouth. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold that breath for 7 counts.
Oh, I already screwed it up.
5, 6, 7. Inhale through your mouth around your tongue for 8 counts. Repeat this pattern, and you have completed 4 full breaths, and that'll knock you out.
Wait, but what point do you lay back down?
They did not say. But I'm a little worried about that.
So you're going to fall asleep sitting straight up.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I feel like I spit all over the sheets. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. And then there's another one called the alternate nostril.
These are things that are going to stimulate you and keep you awake. Those things will keep you awake.
And then there's the other one called the double down on the exhale. You lie down in the bed on your back. Here we go. Now this is the lying down one. You inhale for 3 seconds, you exhale for 6 seconds, and you repeat until you fall asleep. Basically, you just breathe. That's it.
Wouldn't that be incredible if they're like,
That was a bust.
I feel like I talk about this a lot, and nobody listens to me.
I do.
For the last time, leggings are not pants, they're leggings.
None of the men are clapping, that's all I know.
A Montana lawmaker is trying to make it a law that you cannot wear leggings as pants because he's tired of seeing your lady parts, ladies.
What are they wearing? See-through leggings?
He said it's indecent. He said that yoga pants is revealing and that it simulates certain parts of the body. I don't know what that means, but...
maybe it stimulates certain parts of his body.
No, not stimulates. Simulates. That's what I said. Simulates. Simulates.
It simulates.
I think what he's saying is he can see your lady parts.
Accentuates.
No, it says simulates.
Simulates. All I got to say about that is he will not get any other dudes to vote with him on this.
Gives the appearance or simulates a person's buttocks, genitals, pelvic area, or female nipple. What your female nipple is doing down there, I don't...
That's a high yoga pant.
That's when, listen...
That's where you wear, those are floods.
That is for women who have nursed more than 8 children. You've nursed more than 8 children.
Or
sometimes your nipple does fall into...
I think your leggings are a little tight. I can see your nipple. What?
That's not a nipple, by the way.
Oh my God. Wow. It's time for our Winter Gone Wild Travel Trivia.
Maxwell from Minneapolis, Minnesota is such a good dancer. It's because she is a New York City ballet dancer. And if you are in town, if you're in the city from out of town and you want to go see sustained excellence on stage, go see the New York City Ballet. It is a treat. Feast for the eyes.
I mean, she had to be a dancer. I'm like, either that or she choreographed something backstage before she came out. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome, by the way. Great job. Now, let's say hello to Catherine Blomer from Murray, Kentucky. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Michael.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on in Blomer today? I mean, in Murray today. You're Blomer.
Yeah, it's Murray, Kentucky.
You know,
Not a lot.
Catherine,
Not a lot at all.
this nipple talk has made me punch it.
Oh, my God.
And we love you. Now, where are you in this picture we're looking at?
I think that picture was taken in Regensburg.
Regensburg.
Oh,
In Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
gorgeous.
Oh, Gelman
It
knows
was
his
either that
place.
or Heidelberg. I'm not really sure.
Heidelberg, yeah, I grew up next to Heidelberg, like 5 minutes. No, I grew up
No,
5
you
minutes
did.
away
He's
from Heidelberg in
in
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. Everything I say
German.
is not a joke. I'm the serious man. But it's nice over there. All right, well, you know what? We're going to spin this wheel, Catherine. Hopefully we can send you on another great trip.
Hey, here's a great prize. The Fairmont Mayakoba Resort in Riviera Maya, Mexico. 7 days, 6 nights. It includes all meals. Holy cow. A private boat tour. Round-trip airfare provided by Orbitz. It's a prize valued at $7,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Catherine, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Catherine. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, last week we talked with Terrence Howard. What did Terrence say the crew of his television series did with him to help him lose weight?
They had to do push-ups.
You're going on that trip.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Fairmont Mayakoba Resort. Bordered by a pristine tropical jungle, navigable water canals, and a secluded beach, the AAA 5-Diamond and Rainforest Alliance verified Fairmont Mayakoba Resort is an idyllic destination, offering water sports, world-class restaurants, 5 freshwater pools, outdoor tennis and paddle courts, a kids club, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $7,500.
Gotta be on it. Gotta be. Hey, Catherine, congratulations.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive 8 place settings of American-made fine china from Lenox valued at more than $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 235.
5 for the age of my dog.
There we go. Well, you know what, Catherine? Congratulations, ma'am. Enjoy that. Everybody stay right there. When we come back, the extremely talented Mr. William H. Macy will be here.
Still ahead on live, we'll play our first Oscar.
Dr. Dylan McDermott will be here.
And from the series Rizzoli and Isles, Andy Harmon will be here.
Now, I hope this isn't too much of a shameless compliment. But we love our next guest. Please welcome the very talented William H. Macy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for being here yourselves.
Oh, well, thank you for thanking us.
That's enough for today, I think.
So, I understand that you have had a president in your home
I did.
of the United States?
Yes. Yes.
Exciting.
Jason Carter was running for governor of Georgia, a Democrat running for governor of Georgia. There's a joke there somewhere. And we did a fundraiser because we know his sister, and we found out that President Carter was going to come. So he was at my house. I was so nervous. I Googled how to greet a president.
What does Google tell you?
You do say Mr. President, but I never said a word. He came, finally when the Secret Service came in, I was standing at the front door with Felicity, and he said, "Bill, I hear your woodwork. I can't wait to see your shop. I got to take some pictures. I'll be back." And he's gone.
Right.
He's a woodworker, so I took him up to my shop, showed him my shop. He said his shop was better but messier.
And we have some pictures. There you are in your shop. Now,
There's
what are you
me.
making right there?
I made 3 benches, Japanese-style benches, in his honor, and there's one of them.
Wow.
That is gorgeous. Is that your backyard?
That's my backyard.
God,
yeah.
you must be so rich.
Everybody in California lives like that.
That's incredible.
And he signed the bench.
There he
for you.
is.
Oh my gosh, that
Looks good.
You know what? You're really talented.
Well, my friend Troy Dunn helped me with that, and he's really talented, and I'm the worst carpenter I've ever met. I love it, but
But you made money doing woodwork back in the day, right?
it doesn't mean I'm any good. You know, I get paid for acting, too. So.
Stop.
Well, that you're great at. That you're definitely great at.
I used to build shelves and stuff. My dad was a carpenter, and then I would support myself building shelves and things like that.
You know what? It's a great skill to have. It really is. Because
Everybody
if you can
needs a
make
shelf.
something,
Yep,
that
yep.
is like a really special
Okay,
thing.
here's something.
Okay.
Joan Cusack on our show.
Yes.
I made shelves for her dad, Dick Cusack, and they're still there up in Evanston, Illinois.
Then you have to be a great carpenter.
Well, they stayed. I guess longevity is one of the tests. And across the street, the Pivens live. Jeremy Piven and his dad, Bern Piven, got me into the business. And, you know, they were so clearly just supporting me. They would overpay me to build stuff that they didn't particularly need. It was just a...
So wait, are you saying the Pivens lived across the street from the Cusacks
Yes.
and employed you?
Yes.
What
I babysat...
talent enclave was this? Was this like a...
something in the water, I guess.
Yeah.
I babysat Joan Cusack.
And now she's on the show with you.
Doing awful things to me. You've seen the show.
Of course, we're obsessed with the show.
Oh, Lord.
Now, did you babysit Jeremy Piven?
Probably. I built stuff in their house all the time. I think, yeah, every once in a while, Vern and Joyce would go out and say, you watch the kids. I didn't do anything, but...
And they came back, the kids were alive, so I
They
guess
were
that's
alive?
classified.
Right, exactly.
Now, your daughters now, your daughters are getting big now.
Yeah.
Now, are they wanting to drive? Because you're a car guy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
into
You're a
cars?
car guy, too.
I am, too,
We
yes.
talked Porsches a bit ago. I started riding motorcycles, and so that's sort of my obsession. I'm married very well. She lets me ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, but that's you have to be really careful.
All right, I don't want to hear about it.
I'm just telling you.
Everybody, you ride a motorcycle, everybody says, you ride a motorcycle. I know someone who got killed.
Right.
Yeah, they want to drive. Boy, it's in the blood in our family. I bought a car. I bought a car when I was 13. I couldn't drive it until I was 16. Actually, my mother made me get rid of it because when you sat in the passenger side, you could see the road passing underneath you.
That is
It needed
funny.
work. I told her it needs work. It was
You
a
could probably
50
fix it,
Chevrolet.
though, I bet.
Yeah, maybe. I wish I'd kept it. I've got a 5-window 52 pickup. I like cars, though. Yeah, and the girls really like to drive. And we've got a place out in Colorado. It's a country road. Ever since they were little tykes, they said, you want to drive? And Felicity had Georgia in her lap one time, and she kept driving off the road. And Flicka said, can you see? And she said, yeah. See what? I said, the road. She said, oh, no. You know, the steering wheel's up to here.
But
That
I'm
is
driving.
funny.
Yeah.
Well, we got to take a quick break. And when we come back, we want to have you tell us about the truth behind being naked and wet in Chicago. Cannot wait to hear that from William H. Macy, so stay right there. We'll be right back.
You're having the best day you've ever had in your life with your old man whom you love so much.
That's a scene from the episode in the fifth season of Shameless. And
Directed.
you direct, yeah.
I directed that episode. That's a tough get, directing television. That's hard.
What was hard about it? Directing yourself, other people, giving notes? What's the toughest thing about it?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Wow.
Right.
I directed a little film called Rudderless, which was an indie, and you know, it's a brisk pace and it's tough. But you get to television. My first day was 9 3/4 pages.
Right.
For perspective, if
Which
you
is a
shoot
lot.
a big feature, maybe 1/4 of a page, up to a page and a half, 9.5 pages in one day. And there's 7 days of that. We shoot 60 pages in 7 days. It's just,
Wow.
it's astounding.
Yeah.
But they do a great job.
Well, congratulations on the SAG Award, the well-deserved SAG
was
Award.
sweet.
We love this show so much, you know. It's so funny that these characters are so despicable. Your character is so despicable, but I just
Thank you.
love him so much.
I know.
The fact that he doesn't, you know, he can be covered in pigeon excrement and not feel the need to bathe at all is like fascinating to me.
It's an amazing character, and I've loved playing it. This past season, we changed from a drama to a comedy.
Right.
Which is ironic because I got nominated for a lot of comedy awards, and I spent the entire season in bed dying of liver cancer. I mean, liver failure.
Right.
Which is funny, I guess. Go fight City Hall.
But now you have a brand new liver.
Frank got a new liver, and it's been an odd thing. For 5 years, the guy was just drunk in every single scene. I mean, he was always toasted. And to act a season where he's sort of clear-eyed, it's an interesting acting challenge.
And he also falls in love.
Yeah, there's a love affair. Frank falls in love. We got caught in the polar vortex for the second time, thank you very much. We shoot in LA, and then we go to Chicago to shoot exteriors. And, you know, we have to match. So here you've got all these actors and typical weather that you would, clothes that you would wear at that time of the year in Chicago, not knowing that it was going to be 40 below the norm. So we suffered. And what do you think the last shot of this past season was? It's me and this lovely actress, Boyana, on Lake Michigan at 11 o'clock at night, taking off all our clothes and running down the beach. It was 7 degrees actual, and with the wind, it was about 22 below.
What about
I said no.
frostbite
Yes.
on your extremity?
Exactly. Will and the twins could get frostbite.
But before you do that, though, don't they give you a sock to keep you warm?
A whole
Yes,
sock.
they can. They can. That part would be warm. That part would just be miserable. The rest would be frozen solid. It's the first time I said I can't do it. It was the end of the week. I was directing, and I saw my stand-in just slump when I said he did it. He did 2 takes, and they have still not found his Willie. He might have to go to... It's going to take a...
We love this show. The show is phenomenal. You're phenomenal.
Thank you.
The show is Shameless. It's Sunday at 9 p.m. on Showtime. Make sure you check out William H. Macy, everybody.
Hey, Rainn Wilson is here. His new series, Backstrom. Please welcome Rainn Wilson. I still love saying the words Dwight Schrute.
Dwight Schrute. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. Dwight Schrute.
It's so good. Never
See
gets
that?
old. Welcome back.
Thanks, Kelly.
It's been a while since you've been here.
I know, it's been a little while. Don't feel rejected.
I do.
I live 3,000 miles away.
Oh, please, but you're back constantly. Aren't you back here constantly?
Not as much as I'd like.
But a lot of people don't know you started your career on and off Broadway, huh?
Yes, I did. I went to NYU right down the street here, and I did theater. Oh, man, I was dirt poor for so long, like 9 or 10 years starving doing theater, and I actually had a job, and I would come up here at delivering sandwiches. It was called Beauty and the Feast. Nice name, right? I think they're now defunct, so the name is available.
Oh, my gosh, that's a great name.
But a 100-pound basket filled with sandwiches, and I would just go from business to business saying, would you please buy a sandwich?
Oh, you were door-to-door sandwich salesman.
Door-to-door sandwich salesman. Yeah.
Did you get good tips?
I got occasional tips, but I would try and, how do I put this? I would parlay the tips at the off-track betting. So I'd get my $7 to $11 in tips for the day, and I'd try and quadruple it on the ponies.
And how'd you do with the ponies?
I actually lost almost everything that I made. So
That's how that usually works out.
yeah.
And you met your wife at school or on the stage?
We met at in acting class at the University of Washington, actually, but then she joined me out here in New York, and she was a performance artist doing downtown weird theater, and I was doing theater, and we both delivered the sandwiches together, actually.
Yeah.
But then we would take the extra sandwiches home, and that would be our dinner and our breakfast the next day.
That's good.
Oh, that worked out.
Yeah.
And then you two, you're celebrating 20 years of marriage. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And I've also heard you had a unique wedding.
Oh, man. Well, we were such kind of weird theater bohemians back then. This is my weird
Is that
theater.
what they do?
Yes, this is what they do as they walk around downtown New York. So we created kind of a performance art wedding. We had a bagpiper usher the folks to the side of a river which flowed down the slopes of Mount St. Helens. This was after the eruption, but we were up there, of course, not during the eruption. And then her dad rowed her down the river in a canoe filled with calla lilies.
Oh, my gosh.
And pulled over to the side of the river, and I took her out of the river. And then we had friends read poetry. And then my favorite thing is we had everyone write a wish for us on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And then we created a fire, and then we took their wishes as they came by and burned them in the fire.
Oh, my God.
I like that.
Yeah,
you created your own ambiance, your own scene.
It was, it
your
was
own movie. And we're going to take a quick break. Now that's Backstrom, and you play a troubled but very brilliant detective. And you have a quirky way of solving quirky and unusual crimes. But more than that, you always see the worst in yourself and other people.
He's very troubled. He's misanthropic and tormented. He's got a lot of demons, alcoholic, very troubled man whose life is kind of falling apart. But he sees the world through such a dark lens. You know, he's able to see into the heart of the criminal element and use that to solve crimes. He's able to get into their shoes and their skin.
So, it's so the opposite of what I'm used to seeing you as, really.
Yeah.
That has to be great for you.
It was very exciting when it was offered to me. I didn't want to jump into television so quickly after The Office. I wanted to just take some time, but the role was just too good.
Yeah,
it's one of those actors' roles, especially coming from delivering sandwiches for years in Manhattan. To get a chance to dig into a role like this, it was really exciting, and for people to see a lot of different colors than Dwight. But it's funny, too. There's a lot of comedy in the show. Hart Hansen created it. He did that show Bones.
Yeah, right.
And so it has a nice comic edge to it as well.
And I understand that you gained weight for the role, even though they didn't ask you to. You didn't have to, but you chose to gain weight for the role.
That is a nice way of putting it, yes. My bosses were like, you don't have to gain weight, but boy, the heavier you are, the better it is for the role. And he is always overeating in every scene. I'm stuffing my face with donuts or pizza. But it does this weird thing in your head when you know, like, it's okay to, like, just balloon.
Yeah.
So you've got that extra piece of bacon, and you just throw it down, or I'll have a bite of this donut, and it just, you don't limit yourself, you know what I mean? So it was awesome.
Yeah.
But now I got to work it out. Could you help me work it out?
Yeah, come on.
You look good, actually.
You look good.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And the show is great. The show is Backstrom. It airs Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Fox. Make sure you check it out. Rainn Wilson, everybody.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you. Oh, you hear the music. It's time to play Countdown to the Oscar Hollywood Games.
Yes.
We are five shows away from the Oscars, so we're giving one member of our audience a chance to win $1,000 in cash. And the contestant is Parissa Jangi from Glen Ellen, Illinois.
Parissa is studying for her PhD in history. She's been watching live since the age of 5. This is her first time attending our show.
She's been
You've been
watching
watching our
since
show
5,
for a very long
and it's your first time attending the show, and now you're here. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to give you a chance to win $1,000, as Kelly said. We're going to recite lines from Oscar-winning movies, and these movies may have won Best Picture or Screenplay, and you tell us, you have to name the movie. And for each one you answer correctly, you get $100. And if you don't know one, you can pass. And if we have time, we'll come back to it at the end.
Okay.
All right?
Good.
That's right. Okay, so you have 60 seconds. You get a chance to win up to $1,000. 10 answers if you get them all correct, okay? $100 an answer. Okay, get ready, get set, go.
Mama always said life like a box of chocolates.
Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Of all the gin joints in the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
Casablanca.
I just want to say hi to my girlfriend, okay? Yo, Adrian.
Oh, Rocky. Woo.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Oh. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs.
That's
Silence of the Lambs.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty.
West Side Story.
There we go.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender.
On the Waterfront.
Yes. Unbelievable.
I'm the king of the world.
Titanic.
Yes.
There you go.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
The Godfather.
Yes.
3 minutes to Wapner. 3 minutes to Wapner.
Pass.
Pass, okay.
You should have been kissed and often by someone.
Gone with the Wind.
Yes.